So my question was, not question, I will explain where I'm coming from. Last week I got a message from my old friend. We know each other for more than 20 years. And she's in Russia now. And I received a message from her that her mom passed away. And her message was like, Svet, I missed my whole life. I'm 47 years old and I still didn't live for myself. First she was raising her son, she was working 2 jobs, then her mom got really sick and she was looking after her mom, still working 2 jobs, and it was like really tough life.
Yeah.
And now she says, my son is away, he's almost married, my mom passed away, and here I am on my own, and I'm realizing I still didn't live my life. And it's a scary thought. It was for me like a call to sit down and think like, am I missing anything myself, you know? In that many years' time, am I going to sit down and think, I missed my life?
I think a lot of people have that when, like, the children have their destinations and your parents are dying, so that you suddenly have a kind of like emptiness there, what you have been filling in by caring about people, pleasing people, with all your heart, of course, but and then seeing clearly like what really is important, that is also me. Yeah, because have I pleased myself? Have I taken care of me? It's so easily done to take care of others, but yeah, what do I experience now when I'm on my own?
Mm-hmm.
So it can be like a fear from like, okay, what shall I do with the rest of my life? Yeah. Or like what you said, like what have I missed out? So then you see also people very eager to fill their time with traveling and doing all extreme things, hoping that fulfills themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because as long as you're busy, you don't actually see or feel that maybe your life is not always fulfilling for you, because actually you think of the other one. So, but now actually realizing, how do I fulfill my own life?
How do I spend that time?
Yeah, is that a scary thought, or is it something that we really sometimes find very hard because it's easier to take care of others? Like when people like retire, that you can see like, hey, the situation is changing, and people stay home, and the whole family structure is based on someone leaving the door and giving the other one also space. So there are many forms that when your life is changing by the circumstances in your life, that you have to find a way to fill it in again. Tell me.
My question, okay, a strategy for risk management. So I want to sit down in 15 years from now, for example, and look back and say, or rather today, sit down and decide what it is I want to do, so that 15 years from now I don't look back and say I didn't live my life. How do you even find out what it is I want to do now for these 15 years, so that I am okay with what I've been doing for the last 15 years, to be okay with that, like I've done this, I've done that for myself, like that my life was fulfilled, my life was like meaningful. I think that's the best problem right now anyway for everyone, you know, because we do so much, but then it's more of the opportunistic, like, oh, let's go do this, oh, let's go do this, oh, nice, let's go do this, but like you don't really sit down and decide like, what it is do I really want, you know? Isn't that, am I making
it's
sense?
quite a contradiction where we normally talk about, because actually like you want to be happy in 15 years time. Yeah, well, actually it matters what you actually do now to fulfill tomorrow, and that actually will fulfill also the 15 years later. Yeah.
Risk management strategy. So is there such?
Yeah, so when you actually put a strategy to be happy in the future, you have to start now.
Yes.
So it depends on how happy and how fulfilling can I be to myself.
Yes.
So because actually when we try to be safe, and that is what you otherwise talk about, I want to be safe in 15 years time. So I better than do now something. Yeah, so I put out my strategy and then I know that I'm safe there. Yeah, true?
True.
But when you're not safe now, how can you then have a strategy for over 15 years? That's wishful thinking.
But that's really sitting down and like seeing what do I want, no? Today.
Yeah, but that's wise for everyone. To sit today and say like, what makes me happy? Because that is what we don't do, and therefore we are unhappy in 15 years' time. When your friend has been taking care of herself all those years, by every moment that she's living, that she also took care of her, then she's not going to that point now that she's unhappy about her life or not sure that she can fill it in. It's not a judgment. It's about, like, it's a good question, and it's good that we talk about it, because like when we constantly hope for better times to come or then to deal with that in that time, then we're still actually like somewhere in the future, like hoping for things.
That's what I'm saying today.
I think like only today is important. Yeah? And it's not that I say don't take your responsibilities of taking care of that moment very well, but it is important how we think, how we look at ourselves, how we even fulfill every day ourselves.